So before hooking up the power supply to the digital output module of the PLC, you want to make sure you're at the right voltage. This module is a 24 DC voltage, so before you even hook up to the module, you want to test the voltage with a digital multimeter. So to do that, you plug in your power supply, turn it on, and then make sure you're on the right source. This is A, and here's the knob for A. You put the common and the hot, and then you look at your digital multimeter to give you a more accurate reading than the gauge on the power supply. So once you're at the right voltage, then you can hook it up to the PLC.
Let's begin setting up the PLC. Open or create a new project. After creating a new project, go to Project View. Add a new device. Under Controllers, select the desired CPU. For this example, we will be using the CPU 314C-2 PNDP. Under the device catalog, select the power supply needed. Drag and drop it on the device rack. After setting up the device rack, select Program Blocks and open Main OB1. In here, we will configure the PLC function. After choosing all the instructions needed, assign instruction tags. After setting up the program block, open Devices and Networks. In here, we will select the HMI needed for this example. Now open HMI and select Key Panel. For this example, we need the KP8PN. Drag and drop it. And let's add the other HMI in the Comfort Panel. And it is the TP700 Comfort Panel. Drag and drop. Now let's configure the link between the PLC and the HMIs. Now let's link all the devices. Right click and hold on the PLC green box and drag it to the HMI green box. Right click on the network or hover on the network and select PNIE network. Now select KP8 and open Properties. Under I/O addresses, select the desired start address and the output address. For this example, we will be using 20 as our start address and our output address. After setting up the I/O address, go to Module Parameters and set the terminal functions. For this example, we will set all the functions to output. After setting up the KP8, select KP8 and download the properties to the device. Now let's set up the HMI screen layer. Configure the HMI screen layer based on the desired UI layout. For this example, we need 2 button elements. After adding the first element, right-click and open Properties. Under Events, select Press and add a new function. Type in invert bit to add a new function. After adding a new function, select tag input/output and select the PLC tag related to the function. For this example, we will choose M1.0. After setting up the press event, repeat configuration steps for the release event. Now that we have set up the event for the element, go to Properties and configure the element based on the desired element appearance. Now that we have set up the first element, create a copy of the element. Right-click and select Properties. Select Events and select Press. Here we will change the tag input/output. For this example, we will select M0.0. Repeat configuration steps for the release event. After setting up element events, rename the element and go back to Properties. Under Properties, configure the element based on the desired element appearance. After all configuration has been made, download entire project to the device.
So now that the program is created, the auto logic will demonstrate how it's hooked up to the PLC. So first you turn on your power supply that you've turned to 24 volts. And you'll notice the multimeter here is hooked up to the output of the pin 0, which you defined in the program as your output. Notice it's at close to 0 volts. So with this program, when you click the on or off button on the HMI on the touch panel, it'll turn on that relay, or it'll turn on that digital output. And you'll notice the pin will light up green, and then this will change on the KP8 from red to green. So when you click that, you notice that pin goes up. The digital multimeter goes to 24 volts. And then when you click off, it turns red and back down to 0 volts.